Crews are on the way to that scene as well. And by the way, this marks the 100th homicide in Indianapolis this year. You can also stay on top of those breaking news stories by using the RTV6 mobile app. This midday, we're continuing to follow that breaking news that we brought to you on Good Morning Indiana. A restaurant worker shot and killed in what appears to be a targeted attack in Greenwood. Skycam 6 showed you the live pictures this morning as police tried to collect evidence at the scene on State Road 135. We're working to bring you the latest developments in this deadly shooting. RTV6's Melissa Mahadeo is live in Greenwood with the latest this midday from investigators. Melissa.
Yeah, Mark, investigators just wrapped up this investigation in this area around 25 minutes ago. Of course, it's still ongoing, but they left the scene. They were right along that fence area. You might see the caution tape still up. That's because they were looking for one more bullet casing. All of this happening in the parking lot early this morning. Right now, we're in front of the Four Seasons. Now, this is right off of State Road 135. Workers and customers reported hearing multiple gunshots coming from the parking lot just after 6 this morning. According to investigators, some people inside thought that someone may have been ramming and banging on the door. It turned out to be gunshots. They say when they got here, they found the victim, an employee of the restaurant, in particular a Hispanic cook. He was dead next to his car in that parking lot. At this point, they don't know whether he was coming into the Four Seasons or if he was leaving, but they do say that the shooting does appear not to be random at this point. We did speak with someone who was inside when all of this happened. Take a listen to what he had to say.
And boom, 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 he's dead. And she said he had a wife and a little daughter about that big.
There's nothing to indicate at this time that this is just a random shooter running around Greenwood shooting innocent people.
And as I mentioned, this is right off of the roadway, so this really butts right up to State Road 135. At this point, investigators still conducting some interviews, still looking for clues. They're asking if anyone has information that you contact them immediately. For right now, reporting in Greenwood, I'm Melissa Mahadeo, RTV6 News.
All right, Melissa, thank you for that. RTV6 on top of more breaking news this midday. A U.S. official confirming that Russian military aircraft conducted airstrikes today in the city of Homs, Syria. Russians gave the U.S. only an hour's advance notification that the airstrikes were about to happen through a message conveyed to the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. The Russian Defense Ministry says the Russian Air Force directed strikes at ISIS territories and targets. At the United Nations today, Russia's foreign minister said the Syrian president requested Russian intervention. A U.S. official notes there is no major ISIS presence in the area hit, which is in western Syria. Today's strikes come 2 days after an historic sit-down between Russian President Vladimir Putin and President Obama. The two disagree with how to proceed in the fight against ISIS. Breaking news that we're following. New details today about a special campaign in Syria involving Indiana native Abdul Rahman Kasig. He's from Indianapolis, and he was killed by the terrorist group. The Fraternity Foundation for Human Rights is using Kasig's name to help promote peace. This Friday is the International Day of Nonviolence. The foundation is using Kasig as an example, highlighting his time as an aid worker in war-torn Syria. As part of the peace campaign, letters of appreciation will be given to those working to curb violence in the country. Well, there's a chill in the air, and it's sticking around as we prepare to turn the page on the calendar tomorrow. Getting a live look from our Weather Now camera. I'm going to show you that scene out there. The rain we saw yesterday led to a cold front and cooler temperatures. Storm Team 6 meteorologist Ashley Brown tracking in those cooler numbers and where we go from here.
I mean, take a look at this. Already starting to see some blue sky. That's the first sign that we're going to warm things up a little bit today. But yes, you're right, a chill in the air, and it remains cool. It definitely feels like fall at this point, right? I want to talk about the temperatures. Temperatures are running about 7 to 11 degrees cooler at this hour compared to yesterday at this hour. So your lunch hour is definitely cooler. You may even still need a light jacket or those long sleeves as you head out to lunch. 62 degrees right now. You can see we have the cloud cover that's breaking apart for Indy. You have the sunshine for Peru and to Lafayette, but most of us still watching this cloud cover dissipate and push through the area. 61 for Fishers, 58 for Edinburgh, so 50s and 60s at this hour. And I think we can get about, 6, 7 more degrees out of this system. So I think we'll warm to around 69 degrees for today. That's after the sunshine starts to warm the atmosphere a bit, is what we're going for here. 72 is that seasonal normal, so temperatures below the seasonal normal for today. And oh, the cooling trend continues. Not only tonight as temperatures fall from the 60s to the low 60s, 7:30 sunset there. But look at this number at 9 p.m. tonight, 62. What if I were to tell you that the weekend numbers are cooler? I'll talk more about it coming up. Mark.
All right, we'll see you in just a few minutes, Ashley. Thank you. Well, new at noon, RTV6 is learning about a major drug bust out of Lafayette. This happened around 1 o'clock this morning. Police were looking into a complaint about illegal drug activity at a place off 2nd Street. And when officers arrived, they spoke with the resident, William Hyanga. There, police saw marijuana and drug paraphernalia in plain view. Police got a warrant and found a major grow operation in the home's upstairs area. They found 64 marijuana plants, 805 grams of marijuana, 42 grams of a psychedelic compound called psilocybin, and they found other controlled substances as well. Police also seized packing baggies and scales. Hyanga was arrested for dealing and drug possession. A big welcome home to the Indiana Fever. The team beat the New York Liberty in Game 3 of the conference finals last night. Today, RTV6 cameras were rolling as they arrived back in Indiana at the Indianapolis International Airport. Our Lauren Casey joining us from Civic Plaza for details on a special celebration for that team. Lauren.
And the Indiana Fever left Indianapolis to take on the New York Liberty, and today they are returning home as Eastern Conference champions. An exciting day for all of us here in the Circle City and the players, as now they are back home gearing up for the WNBA Finals. Fever fans came out this morning to cheer on our leading ladies as they stepped off the airplane here at the Indianapolis International Airport. If you missed last night's matchup, here are some highlights. Tamika Catchings netted 15 for the Fever. The team had an early lead, and the Liberty did forge a comeback in the fourth, but they were no match and fell to the Fever with a final score 66-51. I talked to one fan here at the airport who was waiting for the Fever. She tells me that she saw them winning all along.
And I'm so excited about this year. I think we're going to go all the way. It's just the feeling I got. This has been a great playoff time, and I think we're going.
Now, if you want to join us in cheering on the Fever in the WNBA Finals, you can watch that game live on RTV6. Tip time is 3 p.m. on Sunday. Again, only here on RTV6. Reporting from the Indianapolis International Airport, Lauren Casey, RTV6.